Hi guys, I am going to talk to you a little bit about how to do better on your Type 3 prompts, which is going to lead to a stronger exam since that is a significant part of your final exam. The first thing to know is what are the criteria for success. When I read your papers, I'm looking for a few different things. I'm looking for a clear and purposeful focus that directs the reader. I'm looking for supporting topic sentences, and those sentences have to argue ideas, not restate facts. Or they can do facts, but they build to a climax, to an insightful discussion of the story. I am looking that when you have these supporting topic sentences, that you restate and develop the ideas after each piece or group of evidence, which means that you add your commentary and your take on it so I know the meaning of what you're going to say. And usually the best place for that is concluding sentences. I'm going to continually look for purposeful movement that shows meaning. And when I'm all done, I want your essay to have unity and cohesion. We've been talking a little bit about weaving ideas through, keywords through, so that's what you need to do. Now, I'm going to take a look at a student example, and it might help you to know a little bit about Animal Farm before you go to the next step. This particular picture is from Shmoop. There's also Thug Notes and Cliff Notes and all those different things, but for the most part, I will think most of you have some familiarity with Animal Farm based on past curriculum. So if we take a look here, a student answered this prompt. One of the strongest human drives seems to be a desire for power. Write an essay in which you discuss how a character in a novel or a drama struggles to free himself or herself from the power of others or seeks to gain power over others. Be sure to demonstrate in your essay how the author uses this power struggle to enhance the meaning of the work. All right, so we have somebody who's looking for power, either to free themselves or to assume power. And please note this last part, how the author uses power struggle to enhance the meaning of the work. All right, so if I take a look, here's what a student did. 3 different topic sentences. Now, I don't have the thesis here, so we can't completely understand where the student's going. And granted, you're only looking at the topic sentence, so there could be more in the paragraph. But keeping those thoughts and doubts aside, let's just look at the topic sentences and see what we think. Topic sentence number 1. Upon hearing the speech from Old Major and his dream of a revolution, Napoleon has an idea. Topic sentence number 2. Napoleon maintains his dominance by executing or banishing any animal that questions his authority. And topic sentence number 3. Napoleon creates alliances both internal and external. All right, so now I'm going to look at my criteria. A clear and purposeful focus. When I read these 3 topic sentences together, do they seem cohesive? Do they seem like puzzle pieces that belong together? Not really. They belong to the same story, but I'm not sure. I don't feel compelled to keep going or read. Do they argue ideas or do they restate facts? They restate facts. Okay, well, it's okay to restate facts if you build to an insightful discussion. I don't see any building. So, all right. Now, I can't judge the development of ideas because I'd have to read the whole paragraph, but I can see if there's purposeful movement that shows meaning and not plot. Nope, not there. So right now, I'm a little bit worried because I don't see focus, I don't see ideas, I don't see movement toward meaning. So let's see if we can take these ideas, these exact sentences from the student, and make them move toward ideas and toward meaning. Now, if you look at the ones on the left and you look at the ones on the right, they're actually not that different, except the meaning is added. So let's go through the modified examples. Upon hearing the speech from Old Major and his dream of revolution, Napoleon has an idea. Now, that's the fact. But what does this mean about power? It's showing how historical forces interact and inspire, drawing on both past and present alternative voices. That last bit, that's the main idea, and that relates to power throughout time. That power interacts with those from before and those around. All right, now let's look at the next one. While power starts by incorporating voices, ooh, that's a transition. That's a transition to the idea that's before. And transitions help unify pieces and bring cohesion. So while power starts by incorporating voices, it maintains itself by eliminating voices. Napoleon maintains his dominance by executing or banishing any animal that questions his authority. All right, so the fact of the story is supporting the idea about power. Last one. Besides eliminating dissident voices, ooh, notice that transition again, power seeks to create security through reinforcing shared value. Thus, Napoleon creates alliances both internal and external. So if this student had taken these facts and then connected them to the meaning of power, well, then things would have gone somewhere better. But you know what? I think there was a different way to organize. I want to think about power and the meaning of the work. So I'm going to first think, okay, what does Animal Farm have to say about power? And I'm going to come up with these ideas. Napoleon's rise to power has a couple lessons. It reflects the use of word art and propaganda. It reflects the truth that an overworked populace will forever be an underclass. It reflects the idea of power, that every social group will have traitors to their kind. And I think it reflects that inner values are more indicative than shared outward purpose. Yeah, the pigs look like they're part of the animals, but nah, they're just greedy. So, if I can decide which of these points I want to prove, then I should be able to come up with parts of the story that prove the point. Well, I'm going to take that first one because I like propaganda. So, now if I'm going to take a look at Animal Farm's word art, I'm going to come up with 3 different points. Napoleon's crafted original commandments show a need for a unifying, inspiring message. Note that that's not just about the book. That's a true human thing. Napoleon's slight alterations to the commandment show the manipulation of the populace, indicating a need to be wary and alert to all messages. But unfortunately, those animals aren't quite that alert. And the final commandments and the restoration of Manor Farm indicate the cyclical nature of freedom and control. So if I just take the idea of how they play around with words, specifically the commandments on the wall, I can come up with shifts in the story and relate it back to the meaning about power. All right? So I want to remind you, what sets writing apart? Make sure you get to ideas and make sure you get to meaning.